All right. Good morning, Cassie. It's so nice to have you here today. Thank you for joining me for this 15-minute franchise interview.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
Thanks. I'd like to go ahead and just get started by asking you to introduce yourself, share a little bit about your location, when you became an owner, and how many territories you have.
Um, so I've had my location for 12 years. I have two territories, and I'm located in Chester, Virginia.
Chester, Virginia. All right. What was your background before you became a franchise owner?
Well, I've been a nurse practically my whole life. So 30 years now, I've been an RN.
So that kind of leads me to the next question, which makes like, what made you choose right at home? I know you've got that servant's heart. Obviously, you're a nurse, but tell me a little bit more about your journey, becoming a right at home franchisee.
Well, I was working at the hospital, which honestly I thought I would never leave. And things started to change. We became more automated, and then I felt like there was less time for bedside nursing. And I really wanted to do something that made a difference. And I made a tough decision to leave the hospital setting, and I started to look at different franchises, really from the advice of a friend who had just bought into a franchise. He said, you ought to look into franchising because you get more support there. You don't have to do it on your own. And I'd never been a business owner before, so I thought, okay, I probably could use that support. And when I started, I looked at many different franchises. I looked at, competitors to Right at Home. And ultimately, what I decided from interviewing and talking with people from Right at Home, that was the best fit. I just felt the support there. I felt like they really cared. They cared about me and my business. And I didn't get that from all of the other people that I talked to. And that's why I chose Right at Home.
Interesting. I hear that a lot as well, but thanks for sharing that. So as far as like what a typical day is like for you now that here you are, years later, and you told me when we first jumped on, it's a busy morning already. And again, thank you so much for taking time to do this, but tell me a little bit about what your typical day is like.
Well, every day is different, unfortunately. I wish I could say every day is just like this, but it's really taking care of our clients, managing the people who take care of our clients, overseeing for me personally, being the owner, overseeing the office operations, meeting with people to make sure that they have everything that they need so that they can take care of our clients effectively. Networking in the community, getting the name out, making sure everybody knows who Right at Home is and what we can do and what we can offer in the community. So I spend a lot of time networking, talking to people, and really checking on clients.
And just being the face of your business and then
Face
checking.
of the business, yeah.
Okay. Um, So when you think of, excuse me, when you think about the support that Right at Home is providing you in that day to day and running your business, which part would you say stands out the most, is the most valuable for you?
The most valuable thing for me is the care that we provide to the client. And I know that probably sounds like something that someone ought to say, but even when I was in high school, I was volunteering at the nursing home. I mean, this is very important to me that we are taking care of clients and providing quality care while we're doing it.
So it sounds like it's really in your DNA. It's something that, if so for someone who might be looking to become a Right at Home owner, good for them to know that this is a business where you are very gratified in your ability to give back to the community.
Yes.
Would you agree?
And I've always had some kind of interesting connection to elderly people for some reason, and
Mhm.
those who are less off than, maybe I am, with
Right.
disabilities and things like that. For some reason, I've always had that connection. I come from a family of nurses, so maybe I was born with it. Maybe I have a gene, I don't know. But that's a passion for me is taking care of elderly people.
And your experience as far as like operationally with Right at Home and the support you receive from the franchise, can you speak to that a little bit and what the most valuable part of that is for you?
Well, I will tell you, I know that if I ever need anybody from right at home, I can pick up the phone. They call me back if they don't answer, or they answer right away. I have never had an issue with that. I can't tell you how much it means to me that if I'm in crisis mode, or I have something, I just don't know what to do about it, to have that advice and have them so readily available.
So as far as like, and when you want to think about building your business and how Right at Home has helped you to be able to grow your business, can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, they have coaches.
Hmm.
And I've been, like I said, in the business for 12 years. And for 12 years, I have had a coach who meets with me every single month without fail. And I come with my list of whatever's on my mind that month, and we talk through it. I get ideas, I get support. And not only that, I mean, we have, our yearly meetings where all the owners can come together. And there are all kinds of roundtables and classes and different things that we can do to help us grow our business and also feel supported. We have our coach, but we also have the other owners. We're a big family. We call each other, we talk to each other. Everywhere that you look with Right at Home, there's support and guidance.
I love that, especially in my role as Director of Franchise Development, to know that I'm helping individuals get into a franchise where they are supported. That means a lot. Tell me about, well, you did talk about a kind of a issue that you faced, but let's talk a little bit about a feel good moment that you've experienced as an owner in a place where you were able to really make an impact.
Well, you know what? I don't know that I could give a specific one because there are so many. But I will tell you, when I worked at the hospital, I never dreamed in the beginning that I'd want to leave. I was in the at the hospital for 16 years before I started to feel like, okay, I'm not doing enough, right?
Mhm.
So that's when I made the decision to come to Right at Home. The reason why I did that is because every day I feel like I'm making a difference. Every single day, just allowing clients to be able to stay in their home, and we provide excellent care to them. To me, every day,
Every day is
every
the feel
day.
good moment.
And I know it probably sounds a little ridiculous to say that, but I can tell you it was the best decision I ever made. And every day, I've never once said, I don't want to do this job because I feel like I'm making a difference every day.
I get that. And that's probably your go-to on days when things are more challenging, just to remember why you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
So, if there's one piece of advice that you could share with someone who is looking, possibly looking at ownership with Right at Home, what would that piece of advice look like?
I would say do it. I would listen. In the beginning, I was scared. I had been at the hospital again, for a long time.
Hmm.
And I had a paycheck. I had guaranteed hours. When I decided to do this, I was scared. I was petrified. Now that I look back on it 12 years later, I say to myself, then do it. Just do it because you have the support, you have the guidance. This is the time. Just do it.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for, again, for taking your time today to visit with us and share. I appreciate so much your insights. And I know you've got to get back to it, to your busy day. But again, we really appreciate you and thank you and look forward to seeing you do more, continue to do great things within the franchise.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care. Bye.